Hey guys, it's Britt here. You know, every time I do an intro, it's really weird, but I mean, of course, that's just me. I'm a weirdo. So, this video is a story time, of course, and it is the airport disaster. Before you guys think of this disaster being like dangerous or anything, it's not. It's just my trip through the airport, flying and everything, and how horrible it was, pretty much. So, it might make you laugh, I don't know. I know I kind of laugh about it at the same time. I'm sort of like, ugh, I can't believe that happened. So, as you saw my, what's in my suitcase video, or my trip video, this is wrapping around that. So, yeah. If you guys haven't seen those, go check them out. They're good videos. So yeah. Let's not make this intro long, and let's just get right into it. So, they start off, okay, so our flight takes off at 6. So we were going to leave for the airport at 4. Which was great. I mean, you know, could sleep in. Everything's great. I was like, this is going to be easy. This day is just going to go by quick. I mean, it's going to be fun, you know. So we wake up, you know, everything's going great. I wake up, I have my breakfast, I relax, I watch TV. And of course I packed my stuff the day before because I always have my stuff packed. I was actually packed a while before that because I made my video. So I always have my stuff packed. I'm ready to go. So I'm just like, my mom's packed, my dad's packed pretty much. Hopefully my brother's packed because he had to do something that morning and go get Sabrina and all that. So hopefully he was packed. So, you know, everything's going great, and then Jacob finally comes home. He brings in all Sabrina's stuff. Sabrina's pretty much packed. She just had her backpack, and so we shoved her extra backpack into another suitcase, and the Bibles, my pillow, basically that. I mean, it was kind of chaos trying to figure out, make sure everything set, and making sure, you know, we got everything we need. So, of course, we're not going to pay for airport food, or we're just going to eat before we leave. So, my parents had to go drop off the dogs, which, by the way, my doggy's on my bed. Isn't she adorable? She's always on my bed. Anyway, so my mom and dad had to go drop off the dogs, which is Sienna, Romeo, and Tiger. So they get all the way to the pet store, well, pet hotel, I should say, and they realize they forgot the papers. So my mom leaves the dogs with my dad, and she races back here, grabs all the papers, and she's digging, trying to find Sienna's papers. Can't find her papers for some reason. She finally finds them, and then, of course, at this point, we're in a hurry. So, my mom races back to the pet store, pet hotel, whatever, and she finally gets them checked in, which took probably an hour. So, we're in race mode at this point. My mom comes home, and we're going to have lunch. She's making lunch. We're making lunch. She's hurrying up making lunch as fast as she can. We all sit down, except we're trying to get Jake and Sabrina out of the room. And just like, alright, it's time to eat. Let's go. So we all quickly eat, and my dad loads all the suitcases up into the truck. And he loads everything in the truck. So we're making sure everything's checked off. Power is off in the house, all the lights, all the water, candles blown out, and everything. We're making sure it's all checked. So we all get out the door finally, and we're, like I said, we're in race mode. We gotta hurry and get to the airport because I think it was about a couple hour drive to the airport, so we're kind of racing. So we're all in the truck. My dad locks the door, hits the security alarm and everything, you know, we're set. So we're driving down the street, and, you know, everything's going well, you know, made it through traffic just fine. I'm sorry about that. Just ignore that. So, yeah, just do that. Anyway, so we get to the airport, we unload the truck. Well, we went to this, like, parking garage thing, because there's a lot of us, so my dad's just like, let's take the truck. Well, put it in a parking garage, which wasn't cheap, by the way, but we did it. So, we get to the parking garage, we get all on the bus, a lot of luggage, a lot of people. I think there was like 7 suitcases, and then there's carry-ons, which was backpacks and everything, and then my niece Layla, So, the stroller, the car seat, the whole shebang. And so, we get on the bus and we get to the airport. First thing we do is, my mom and Serena had to go to the bathroom, so they went to the restroom. After they went to the restroom, we went to the suitcase check thing, whatever you want to call it. So we checked all the suitcases, which took a lot of time because it was not only the 7 suitcases, but it was also the car seat, and we had to get the stroller too, but we had the stroller until we got into the plane. So we got through the checking point. When we went through security, everything went pretty well. I mean, it took a while. We were already sweaty. It was really gross. So, ugh. Anyway, so we go through security and we take out our IDs, our wallets, what the heck. We take out our boarding passes and everything. They get us through security. And then, here comes the fun. So, we get through security and the laptop is in my backpack, of course. I mean, on the airplane, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to watch some movies. Maybe I'll edit some videos if needed. So I have the laptop in my backpack. And, of course, as it's going through the machine, they pull my backpack to the side. So I'm like, oh, great. Why is my backpack over there? Why can I not have it? So, in my backpack is packed perfectly. It has my snacks, the laptop, my computer, my stuffed dog, everything. It was a specific order, and it wasn't easy to pack either. So there's so much. It's like crap. So they bring my backpack to this like little table. It wasn't that big. It was just a little table, and take my laptop out and rub it down. Take out my phone charger and rub it down. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, we're of course pushing time a little bit more. But I wasn't the only one. The diaper bag there was some like juice in the diaper bag and stuff, which had to get wiped down. Luckily, they didn't dump it or anything because it is for Layla, my niece, so she kind of needs that. So, got all that through, which took maybe 15 minutes, about. So, we're finally through security, and we're just like, okay, let's go find the gate and make sure our flight is on time. So far, it's on time. We're like, great. We rushed, but we're on time. We're going great. We have an hour to spare. So I just kind of sitting around. I had a couple of my snacks and played with Layla, which Layla was starting to get fussy, which was not fun, but I mean, I still love her. She's adorable. So she started getting fussy, and then it was about a half hour until our flight was supposed to take off. And then they said, what was our gate? I think it was like, see something. They were like, oh, this gate, you were moving over to here. So we're like, oh, okay, so we're moving. Like, no big deal, whatever. But they said, my dad went to go check the timings and stuff, and he's like, okay, our flight's 15 minutes late. We're like, whatever, it's just 15 minutes, it's no big deal. And it became 2 hours. So that meant our flight was taking off at 8. And that was actually not even taking off exactly. I was boarding. Okay, sorry, my camera froze up, so I had to fix it. But 8 o'clock went around, and we started boarding the plane. Finally, we're like, we're boarding, yay! But when they said we were going to board, since Layla was still under 5, I think, no, it was under 3 years old, we get on with the family. And so, of course, we're Group C. I was like, yay, we get to get on between Group A and Group B. Nope. They didn't call for family. So we got on pretty much very last, which was a huge pain. But whatever, we finally got on the plane. We got some decent seats, I guess. I mean, we were kind of on the wing, so you couldn't really see too much, which I guess it didn't matter because it was really dark by then. We took off, and again, I hate flying. Flying and me? No. I hate it. So I was like already kind of spazzing out. Honestly, I was. I'm not going to deny it. So the taxi thing hooks us up and he's starting to pull us out, and we're getting ready to go on the runway, and we're sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. Like 20 minutes went by, and my mom's sitting there. I look over at my mom, I'm like, why aren't we in the area? What's going on? And of course, nobody was saying anything, so we're all just sitting here. 8:30ish at night, Like, what the heck? We're supposed to be in the air by now. Like, we're supposed to be halfway to there. Like, we're supposed to be almost to our destination. And then we finally start going down the runway, and when we finally get in the air, they announced that there was like storms and stuff, so a bunch of planes had to get redirected and then take off. So we sat there for about 20 minutes to a half hour waiting to get redirected, I guess. We did have a bit of turbulence, but on the actual plane, my goodness, we had 2 crying babies, actually 3. I guess my mom said 3, I just don't hear 2. We had a yapping dog, and it was like a really small dog. I think it was a Pomeranian. I didn't really see it, but it kind of looked like a Pomeranian. So it had a very high-pitched bark. And every once in a while, like, you'll start dozing off, and you would just hear yipe really loud. It would just be really loud yipe. And oh my gosh, like, I love animals, but I was like, seriously, can you please get your dog to be quiet? And I didn't have a pillow, because like I said earlier, it was in one of the suitcases, so had no pillow. I was very uncomfortable. It was late at night. I was tired. I think by then we landed. My time, it would have been close to midnight, but their time, it was about... Okay, sorry. Hopefully my camera will cooperate now. But, I think it was about their time. It was about around 5-ish, so I don't know what time I was here. So, we finally get off the plane. Oh, wait, before we got off the plane, when we were landing, I got motion sickness, and, so I got motion sickness, and it was just horrible. It was, like, worst flight ever. So we got off the plane, everybody's back was just in pain, everybody was tired, everybody was done. So we head to the luggage claim, and we grab our luggage. Cause mine was the first one to come off, so I'm like, yay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where's 7? We got the car seat, we got the stroller, we got everything, except for that 7th suitcase, right? Where is it? It's not here. Apparently, and it was my brother's suitcase, to make that clear though. It was, some lady accidentally took our suitcase. Sienna. Sorry. Somebody accidentally took our suitcase, luckily. The suitcase that was there was hers. So we took it to the airport guy, I don't know what to call him. And he called the lady. The lady said, okay, I'm coming back, which took another half hour. So it's practically time to wake up at this point. But we're still awake. We haven't had any sleep yet. She comes back, and she gets the suitcase. We're like, okay, how do we get to the car rental? And I was like, this is crazy. The way it happens, how he said this. He said, okay, so you're going to go down the hall. You're going to go up the elevator, down the hall, down the elevator, and out the doors, and get on the bus. But there's like 7 buses, so you got to make sure you get on the right bus. I was like, that sounds great. So up. It was over, up, down, over, no. Over, up, over, down, out. And of course when we knew what bus we were riding. Our bus wasn't there. It was like, okay. Waited about another 15 minutes. And so the bus finally comes. We're like, okay. Let's get to the car rental and let's get the car and let's go to the hotel. And of course, which was great, the hotel wasn't that far from where we were going. It was like maybe a couple minutes to 5 minutes to drive. And of course, I was still feeling woozy and sick. So we get on the bus, and I got sick again. I was like, this can't get any worse. Like, seriously. So we're at the car rental, and we finally get the car. Like, hallelujah, we get the car. And we get to the hotel finally, and of course, I'm still feeling sick to my stomach. And, you guys would probably be like, oh, it's over, right? Nope. We get checked into the hotel, and so we go into our room, and there were supposed to be 3 beds. There were supposed to be 2 beds and a pull-out, and then a crib. Nope, there's 2 beds. I was like, seriously? And then, of course, Layla slept with her mom and dad, and my mom and dad slept in that other bed. And I'm just like, forget it. I'm sleeping on the floor. I still feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm just sleeping on the floor. Forget it. And of course, which made me feel even more pain on my back and shoulders. So, it was just glorious, right? So about an hour after we crashed, so it was about 7 o'clock, I hear a knock at the door. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? So I sit up, I'm like, Mom, I think somebody's knocking on the door. And then the maid comes in, and she's like, maid! I'm just like, we're still sleeping, lady. So she's like, she was sorry, which was good, and she left. And then I think we woke up, I think my dad woke us up about 10-ish. So we really did not have much sleep at all. Because we had to get to a family reunion, which was, I think, 2 to 3 hours of drive. So, even more car time, and of course I still felt like crap. I still felt woozy, I still felt like I was going to be sick, and I was. So, we finally got to the family reunion, and things started turning around, so, yeah. So that is my crazy adventure, yeah. But, nevertheless, though, my trip home was a lot better. Like, I really enjoyed my trip home. I kept looking out the window, and it was just amazing. I still hate planes, but yeah. So, that was my trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Give it a big thumbs up. And yeah. See you guys later. Bye.